Hello, can we start? Hello.
Oh, sir.
So these are the different systems here, and these are the different functions. So this is the structure of the plant. So if you see the cell wall is consist of the cellulose. They have the different structure. So if you see the primary cell wall found in all cells, it is made up of cellulose fibers parallel to the microtubules. Next, if you see the secondary cell wall found in some cells, additional layer of cellulose and lignin increase the mechanical strength of plant cells here. Actually, these are the cells of body organization. So these are the cellulose forming rostate, cellulose fibers, cell membrane, cystole. These are the microtubules. So these are actually the cell structure here. The primary cell wall. This is what if you see here. This is the cell membrane. Inside the here we can find out the cell organelles as well as the cytosol. So if after the cell maturity, so this is the first layer here. After the cell maturity, there is a formation of the wall here, the primary wall, secondary wall, as like this here. So if you see this plant body organization, root, shoot, and leaves contain three basic tissue systems. The first we call as the dermal tissues. This is used for the protection purpose, especially they have form as well as also having some kinds of waxy coating that you call as a cuticle. And after the maturity in the dicot mostly, they form the bark. Next is the tissue system that is called as the ground tissue system. Below this dermal tissue, this ground tissue system arises. Especially this we call as a cortex, hypodermis, as uh, uh, as like here. So if you see this tissue system is full for storage the food material as well as some kinds of tissue are used for the photosynthesis also, and this tissue also contribute to function for the secretion of some kinds of secondary metabolites. Next is the vascular tissue system. This tissue system are useful for the conductions of water and minerals, vice versa here. So especially in this in the vascular tissue system, there's a two systems are important. One you call as a xylem, another is called as a phloem. Xylem are responsible for the water and the dissolved minerals, while the phloems are responsible for the nutrient containing the solutions here. So this, what we want to study this vascular tissue system. Next, if you see this meristem, these are the cells or the clump of the small cells which having the dense cytoplasm with the large nuclei. This act as a stem cells in the animal cells. So one cells provide or dividing produce a differentiation mass of cells and another remain the meristematic. So this is the way. So how these meristematic cells work? So they have the continuous divides and redivides here. So they are these cells, meristematic cells, they get divides, and there is a formation of cell differentiation. Again, some cells remain as it is. They have the continuous divides. Again, it's get differentiation as like this here. To cell, they have form. We know the cell theory, the cell formation, cell elongation, and cell differentiation. So this is the way here. There's a continuously this meristematic cell divides and redivides, and there is the addition of the cell takes place to the various organs. It may be a stem, it may be a root, it may be a apex, whatever be. And these are especially these meristematic cells are the first we see on the basis of locations, we divide the different kinds of meristematic cells here. The first we will see the apical meristem. If you see this location, it's present at the tip of the stem as well as the root here. So if you see what is the function of this apical meristem, it forms the primary tissue which are responsible for the formation of the primary plant body here. So there's a three primary meristem. One is called as a protoderm, second is called as a procambium, and third is called as a ground tissue. So why we are studying, we should be know how this vascular tissue are formed. So this vascular tissue are responsible for due to the procambium activity. Okay, as like this, epidermis are formed due to the protoderm here, and if you see this ground tissue, these are formed due to the ground meristem. So this tissue we see already that they have continuously divides and redivides and continuously addition of the cell masses inside the plant body, and then the cell formation, cell elongation, and cell differentiation. So this way the body or plant body are they get formed. So if you get the TS and observe under the microscope, we have find out these kinds of a structure here. So if you see the three colored we observe here, first is the green. We see this. This is the dermal tissue here. Second was the ground tissue, some kinds of a brownish color, and reddish tissue. This is the some kinds of a vascular tissue here. So this is the way here the plant organization contribute or some kinds of a different kinds of meristematic cells contribute the formation of a organs here. So if you see here, this is the young leaf primordia, the early stage of a leaf formation. Next is the shoot apical meristem. This is the oldest leaf form. This is the lateral buds. So if this is the section we have taken the apex of the body. जेव्हा आपण प्लांट आहे प्लांटचं जे लास्टचं अपेक्स असेल आपण त्याला शेंडा म्हणतो त्याचा जर सेक्शन घेतला आणि त्याला स्टेनिंग केलं तर तुम्हाला हे असं दिसेल. So green, some kind of gold, brownish color, reddish color, and these are the some kinds of this protoderm, procambium, and ground tissue. Those after the maturation converted into epidermis. This converted into vascular bundle, and ground tissue converted into ground tissue. Here. So if you see, especially this is the root cap region here. So both as well, if you see this location of dermal tissue, ground tissue, vascular tissue, and this is the cell differentiation. So this are we call as a ground tissue. These are the this is the dermal tissue. This is the ground tissue, and reddish one this we call as a vascular tissue. So that means this is the way here. There is the formation of different kinds of organs here. So next year, after the maturity, the plants get the growth. They have extended the growth here. That's called as the secondary growth here. So these secondary growth are responsible due to the activity of lateral meristem. So we want to see here this lateral meristem are responsible for the formation of a secondary tissue. This secondary tissue responsible for the formation of the secondary plant body. So wooden plants they have the two types. One we call as a core cambium, and next we call as a vascular cambium. So this core cambium responsible for the bark, while the vascular cambium responsible for the vascular tissue. आपण अर्ली एजला प्लांटला बघितलं तिथे तुम्हाला ह्या कॉर्क कॅम्बियम व्हॅस्क्युलर कॅम्बियम सापडणार नाही. जसं जसं मॅच्युरिटी होती तसं तसं कॅम्बियम ऍक्टिव्हिटी वाढते आणि त्याची ग्रोथ व्हायला सुरुवात होते आणि ग्रोथ झाल्यानंतर त्याची पहिली स्टेज असते प्रायमरी ग्रोथ and after maturity is converted into the secondary growth, and they can form this secondary tissue, and that nothing but there is a formation of bark and there is a formation of vascular tissue. So we see here, so this is the plant here. We have take this section of different organ, and we can find out there is a different kinds of uh, meristematic region, and their contribution formation of different kinds of organ here. So if you see here, these are the primary root, these are the secondary stem, primary stem. So if you see, when we take the apex section, we have get this kinds of a structure here. So here we can find out the primary xylem, primary phloem, procambium here. Okay. After maturity, same part, but due to the activity of secondary cambium, they forms the lateral growth. And due to the activity here, we can find out the primary xylem, primary phloem, secondary phloem, and there is a formation of these kinds of a cambium. So you can see the differentiation in between the primary growth and secondary growth. Same here in the stem also we can find out this is the primary stem, this is the secondary stem, this is the youngest part. After the hair, this shoot apex, when we get a section, we can find out only this procambium tissue mass of cell. This mass of cells divides and redivides, and then there is formation of primary xylem, primary phloem. So this is a simple tissue. But after maturity, this primary tissue converted into secondary here. So due to the secondary growth, there is a lateral growth arises, and these are the differentiation. We can find out here the core cambium, secondary xylem, primary xylem, primary phloem, secondary phloem. So we see how the uh, differentiation in uh, growth in the primary as well as the secondary here. This growth are due to the this meristematic cells. So these are the different organ. These are the different parts here. So plant tissue, as I mentioned earlier, plants contain three types of tissue. The first is the dermal, ground, and vascular. So we already yesterday we have studied the epidermis, dermal tissue system, which is only the one cell layer thickness covered with the fatty coating. Layer consists of cuticle, contain the special type of cells like the guard cells, trichomes, as well as the root hair. So if you see the stomata, the guard cells are the pair of the sausage shaped here. Uh, if you see this guard cells, subtle cells, and if you see this is the electronic micrograph photograph, we can observe this photograph here. This is the opening of the stomata, and this opening of stomata due to the uh, guard cells activity. So these are the kidney shaped guard cells, and these are the subtle cells. So this is the if you see this 4 micrometer, very small. So yeah, if you see again, this is the peeling uh, peel of the leaf. And if you if you observe the under the microscope, you can find out this kinds of structure here. So this is the stoma, this is the guard cells, and this is the epidermal cells here. So this is also again the dumbbell shaped. We already studied different types of tissue. So this is the stomata here. This is the guard cells here. Again, if you see this trichomes here, this is a hair-like structure present on epidermis. Actually, this is the modification of epidermal cells, and they forms the some kinds of hair-like structure. So this is also the electronic micrograph photography. So very small. It is V 34.62 micron, very small. But due to the magnification, we can view like this kinds of a structure. So this is some kinds of a unicellular, multicellular, some kinds of a glandular. We already studied yesterday. Yeah? So it keeps surface cool and reduce the evaporations by covering this tomatal opening and closing here. So we already study here what is the function of trichomes here. Some of the glandular secretory uh, substance here to protect from the herbivorous animals. Trichomes pattern is there under the genetic control. So if you see here, this is the actually Opuntia plant. आपण त्याला निवडून म्हणतो. Okay. So this is the different variety. In the different variety, there are the different kinds of thorns here. So nothing but we call as a trichomes here. So one variety have the less thorns, one variety having the uh, much more thorns. So this is the way here. So this is not in your syllabus, but how the genes contribute the formation of trichomes. So this is the some kinds of GL3 protein responsible for the trichomes inhibition protein here. So if there is a increasing the protein formation, there is increasing the trichomes height as well as the number here. Yeah. So if there is deactivation, its gene get off, then there is a no formation of a trichomes. But if there is a gene is present, then there is a formation this kinds of protein, and then there is formation of this trichomes here. So depending, it can control by the gene here. So if you see here, this is the seedling, and you can find out the hair here. So root hairs here. So tubular extension and individual epidermis here. So if we see this earlier stage, okay, earlier stage, then for 2 days, 3 days after we see this some kinds of pumilin radical at the radical age, we can find out this kinds of a structure here. So if you can detail view this hair-like structure here. So generally, there's a it can increase the root surface area, and it used for the efficiency of absorption of water and minerals and supply to this seedling here. So next, if you see this ground tissue, it is also the three types of tissue systems you can find out here: parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. So if you see this parenchyma, the most common tissue you can find out in all over the plant's body here, living tissue. It cannot be dead. Many years it's having the functioning for the storage, photosynthesis as well as for the secretion purpose. For example, take the collenchyma, which contain the chloroplast. If you see this, due to the presence of chloroplast, their function is the photosynthesis, and so name is given to the collenchyma. Okay. So these are the different kinds. This is the some provided support to the plant organ, allowing the bending, not breaking here. Next, the sclerenchyma here. So this is the second one. So they have a lack of walls here. Okay. So lack of living walls at maturity. General two types. One is called as a fiber, another is called as sclerites. If you see this fiber structure, it is a long, slender, uh, uh, and if you see this one, the sclerites, variable shape, branched, mostly occur in a single. If you see fiber, it is at occur in a group, while this one, it is occur in a single as well as group here. So if you see this one, so this is the ground tissue here. So can this is the electronic photographs here. So under the microscope, we can find out this is the cell, and this is the collenchyma cell. Right? And this is the parenchymatous cells. So we can view uh, actually how the framework they have, how they have get the rigid support here, and cell to cell. If you see here, we can find out some kinds of empty space, but there is the cell wall we can find out detailing. So 120 micron in diameter we see, very small in structure. So only we see the cell wall structure. So next, if we see, that's a point you want to study, the vascular tissue system here. This xylem consists the main function, that is we call as a water conductions as well as the mineral conductions from root to the apex here. So its xylem consists of vessels which continues to the dead cylinder cells arranged end to end. Next is the tracheids. It is also the dead cells taper at the end, overlap one another. Vessels are shorter while tracheids are wide. Vessels are shorter, wider than the tracheids. So what is for its help for conductions of water. So if you see here, this is the diagrammatic view. This is the if you see this electronic microphotographs here. So after the taking the sections, we uh, prepared this slide as like the compound microscope, but this microscope is not available in our research lab. This available at the university level, and after the preparation of the slides, if you view, it attached to the computer, and through this computer we can capture this image. So this is the image here, and if you again magnify it, we can view this like structure here. So this is the tracheids, like a tube-like structure here, end to end, and at the end it's having the narrow, and another tracheids they have joined in this way. So this is the tracheids here, and if we see, this is the vessels here. Yeah. So if we can differentiate it, the tracheids and vessels. Yeah, the small pore opening is nothing but the tracheids. Larger pore opening is called as the vessels. Both are contribute for water and mineral conductions. Yeah. So this way, if you see, again, if you visualize and magnify these vessels, they have look like this one. So very interesting here. So this is actually research photographs here. So if you see, the xylem also conduct the inorganic ions such as the nitrates support to the plant body. Typically includes parenchyma cells in the horizontal rows, that is called as the rays. Function lateral conduction of food storage. So next tissue is the phloem tissue, which is constitute or for the use for the food conduction in tissue, which having uh, two types. One you call as the elongated cell, that is called as a sieve cell, and sieve tubes member. So again here, these are the living cells contain the clusters, pores called sieve area, or there is also having some kinds of plate-like structure that is called as a sieve plates. So you see here, so this is the actually these are the slide photograph. This is the diagrammatic view. When you get the transfer longitudinal section of the stem, we can observe this kinds of phloem elements. This we call as a phloem elements. Actually, we call as a phloem tissue, and this tissue are made up of different kinds of cells here. So these are the some kinds of here a sieve plate. If you observe here, so these are the sieve plates. So this is the diagrammatic view, and this sieve plates having the pore opening, that's called as the sieve pore, and this they have form the sieve tube. This is the sieve tube, and also it's having the some kinds of a lateral pore opening. It is connect to one cell to another cell that is called as a plasmodesmata. If you observe this one, plasmodesmata. Okay. So this is the sieve tube member, sieve plate, and sieve tube, sieve pore. Here we can again observe this is the companion cell. This here. Okay. So all are the member. We call as a member, and they can form the phloem elements. This we call as a phloem elements. So this way, yeah, you can find here. So we see how the tissue differentiation takes place here. So you know that the seed, in the seeds there is a presence of the embryo. After the growth of embryo, after the viability of the embryo, it can be grow. It's after the growth of embryo, it can form the plumule as well as the radical. At the end of this tip of this radical and plumule, there is a presence of SAM, and next we call as RAM. That means shoot apical meristem. This we call as a root apical meristem. This apical meristem contribute the formation of various meristematic cell. These are the core cambium, vascular cambium. Next, leaf primordia, bud primordia. Next, if you see, observe in the root area, there is a presence of core cambium, vascular cambium, pericycle. Again, after this, these are contribute the primary growth. After primary growth, the secondary growth arises. This contribute there is a formation of outer bark here. Vascular cambium activated. There so if you see this due to the activity of vascular cambium, there is a formation of this phloem elements, xylem elements, and that is called as the vascular tissues. Yeah, then we call as the vascular systems. Phloem responsible for the inner bark, while xylem responsible for the wood. While the shoot apical meristem responsible for the leaf primordia. This leaf primordia they have formed the leaf system. Bud the next is the bud primordia. This is responsible for the lateral shoots. Again, this shoot apical meristem it get activated, and then there is a formation of shoot elongation. So that is called as a growth. That is called we call as a growth. So growth is occurred. So growth occurred due to the apical meristem activity. Same here, root apical meristems, they having the different organization. They have the core cambium, vascular cambium, pericycle. Core cambium responsible for formation of outer bark, inner root system. Vascular cambium responsible for the formation of xylem and phloem elements in the root system, not a stem, only in roots here, but they have connected to each other. Both they have the connected here. So they were phloem responsible for the inner bark, xylem responsible for the wood formation,